What's up YouTube, Mr. PA Fishing here. The date is July 23rd. So we had a gigantic thunderstorm the other day and it knocked out power for more than 24 hours. I do have 2 freshwater fish tanks, but I only have 1 battery powered air pump. So I took my 3 fish, put them in my dad's bigger tank, and now I don't have any fish in my tank. I could have moved the fish back, but I don't want to put them through all that stress. So I figured now would finally be a good time to go catch some native fish and start a native freshwater fish tank. I only have a 10-gallon tank, so I'm not trying to catch anything too big. I don't think I'm gonna catch a bass. I think what I really would like to catch is a very tiny pumpkin seed sunfish. I might catch a couple other fish too. I don't want to get more than 3 fish for this tank. Like I said, it's only 10 gallons, so it is very tiny. This is the first goal-oriented video that I'm filming in quite some time, so hopefully I don't screw it up. Hope you guys all like the content. If at any point in time you do, please scroll down below, hit that thumbs up button. While you're down there, leave me a comment, let me know what you did or did not like about this video. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the Easter PA Fishing YouTube channel, what the heck are you waiting for? Do that now. Easter PA Fishing here, you know what it is by now. Let's get right to the fishing. And we made it down to the creek. We're going to be fishing for our new pets. First things first, let's get some water in the bucket. We're not going to need too much because the fish we're fishing for are not going to be gigantic. Now it should probably take me about 10-15 minutes tops to catch what I'm looking for here today. So we might as well just see what the heck we can catch anyway. Did just have a ton of rain, so hopefully this spot isn't washed out. Usually a pretty productive spot for sunfish. Oh boy, you are too big. That'd be a neat little fish to have in my tank. Nice little bluegill. Beautiful natural colors. Look at that guy. Super picturesque bluegill. See ya, dude. Oh, looks like he was generous enough to leave us our bread, so let's see if we can get another one. Plucking out fish, looking for the right one, looking for the smallest one actually. Looks like we got some green sunfish coming into the mix. Well, speaking of green sunfish, there's a green sunfish for you. Also probably too big. Whoops. Well, that was a green sunfish. Not that you guys got to see him. There's another species. Red breast sunfish. That guy is also probably a little big for what I'm looking for today. And there we go. There is another one. This actually is a little more of the size we're looking for. But he does have that weird little mark on his fin there, so I'm probably not going to keep this guy. Good looking fish, another bluegill. Now, if you live in my part of Pennsylvania, you guys know that there really aren't too many fishing options in this area. This time of year, not the best fishing. But if you just want to go down to the creek, catch yourself some fish, grab yourself some white bread or some corn, get yourself a small little hook, light setup, catch yourself a ton of fish. There you go, red breast sunfish. Can we get any that are small enough for the fish tank? Probably not. Ah, that was another red breast. That was a decent one too. Well, barely touched the water and we already have another one on there. Red breast sunfish. We are feeding the fish today. Not really catching any that are worthy of the fish tank. Some nice looking fish. Another red breast. See ya, dude. We are definitely sorting through some fish. Ah, darn it. It's probably the biggest one of the day. A whole bunch of little ones pecking at it. And this big, greedy red breast came in. Oh, man. Guys are some silly fish. Look at this guy, though. It's a pretty beefy sunfish for this tiny little creek. Good looking fish. Size down our bread a little bit. Look at that, just a tiny little piece on there. Gotta catch some smaller ones. Seems like we just keep catching the first fish that bites this thing. Ah, man, another red breast. I'm telling you, probably the most aggressive fish in here. These little red breast sunfish. That's a real pretty one. Look at the colorations on the gill platelet. That blue. Good looking fish. Too big. Now there's just a ton of fish here. I'm probably gonna sit here and fish until there's nothing else biting. Maybe get a small one, but some of these sunnies are pretty decent down there. Might change up spots. These sunnies are just waiting for me to throw this thing out there. It's ridiculous.
Another red breast. Dang, that's a good looking red breast. I'll show you guys this fish real quick. Oh, well, so much for showing you guys that fish. There's another one, another dough ball. It's like there's just more sunnies coming in. I feel like every sunny in this small creek is here. Coming for the feeding frenzy. Once again, looks like, oh, I was gonna say another red breast, but another bluegill. Biggest bluegill of the day. Not a big one. But man, I love bluegills. They're some real pretty fish. Love to catch a tiny bluegill out of here. Another sunny. How many fish are we gonna catch today? Oh, there he goes. Oh my gosh. Finally. Oh man, that is the perfect size. Look at this, dude. This is gonna be the first one for the fish tank. Look at this guy. That is, oh, no. Oh my gosh. No, no. Oh, why? Oh man, that was the only one I've caught so far. That would have been a good size for the tank. Ah man, I can't believe that just happened. Why did I have to show you guys? That isn't a shame. I don't know what is. Yes, yes, that's a tiny one. That's even tinier than the other tiny one we caught. Perfect. There we go. Oh, smokes. Stay still. Here's your view. This guy is going in my fish tank. Ooh. Well, we are getting smaller. That's a nice little bluegill. That wouldn't be bad for the tank. I think we want something a little bit smaller. It's a neat looking fish. Well, this big guy just came and smoked it. Another fish. Ooh, what do we got here? That's not a bad one. Another little red breast. It's a clean looking fish. Might throw him in the bucket too. Number 2. Well, definitely not smaller. And definitely super aggressive. The colors on that guy. These GoPros really give these fish no justice. They're pretty looking fish. Well, there we go. There is another one. Another red breast. Too big for the tank. If I was here looking for catfish bait, I would have an unlimited supply. All right, so far we have 2 red breast sunfish. I'm gonna release the bigger one. The bigger one is gonna go back. Ooh, see you, dude. And we're gonna head to a different spot and see if we can find some even smaller panfish. Alrighty, we made it to another spot. Now hopefully we can catch something even smaller from this hole. Probably not gonna be too many fish here, but the fish that are here, I guarantee you, are gonna be tiny. As you can see, this is right alongside a road, doing some roadside fishing today. Oh, and there's a good sized one. Oh, he came on. Well, that is a pretty big green sunfish for that little pool. Absolutely beautiful colors on this guy. Gotta show you. Look at the little ones. What a beautiful fish. That'd be a neat little fish for my tank. I think he's just a little too big. There's the little one. Ooh. That's a nice looking little red breast, but I don't think he's the one. See ya, dude. That is a big red breast. I mean, for that pool, that is a pretty big red breast. Wouldn't be surprised if this is the biggest fish in that pool. Oh, well, the biggest fish that was in that pool just took off downstream. All right, sunny relocation project. Well, there's another little guy, but he swallowed it. Gosh dang. Well, instead of ripping that out and killing the fish, I'm just gonna cut it, set him free. There he goes. Swam off perfectly fine. That small little lead hook will rust out or whatever, you know. Nature will take care of that fish. But cutting the hook off and leaving it inside of the fish is always better than tearing it out and ripping the fish to pieces. I do usually carry some pliers with me, but unfortunately, I just dropped them in the creek about 20 minutes ago. Well, there's another little guy. Once again, too big. So how many fish do you think I caught out of this single pool here? Look at how small that is. Like, can you believe that there's that many fish there and you just can't see them in plain sight? It always astounds me how fish can, you know, blend in and camouflage themselves so they can hide from predators. Even in this tiny pool of water, there's at least 100 fish. Not all sunfish, but I can see tons and tons of minnows swimming out there as well. Those guys would be pretty hard to catch. Well guys, I fished the tiny little stretch of creek that I wanted to hit today, and I did catch a whole bunch of panfish. Unfortunately, only about 2 or 3 of them were the size that I was looking for. One of them got away, and the 2 that I put in here, out of them, I decided that I only wanted one of them, the smaller one. So we're gonna get this guy back to the crib now, get him all acclimated. Hopefully he's gonna be a happy fish. It's definitely not the happiest fish right now. This is what we're messing with. There's our 10-gallon tank. Here's our new pet that we caught. He's not looking too happy in there. So we're gonna add him to the tank. In he goes. Well, there you have it. There is our new pet redbreast sunfish. I know his colors probably aren't too vibrant right now, but that is due to all the stress he just went through, you know, being caught and transported back to my house. There he is. I think he's gonna make it.